And welcome everybody to the Super Bowl edition of TJ's Top 5. I know there's only one big game.
A lot of props though.
A lot of prop bets to talk about today. Lots of fun. Of course, we've been building up to this all season and very, very excited. TJ, before you get started, and I know you're anxious to get going on this, I want to make a prediction about your pick.
Go ahead.
Okay. Now, I know you've got 3.5 down here as the spread. I had seen a couple that had it about 3. Based on your philosophy that home court advantage is worth about 3 points in the NFL, are you going to predict a tie at the Super Bowl?
I don't think the Super Bowl can end in a tie, Randy.
Well,
I don't think they don't have 2 Lombardi trophies. They can't cut it in half.
This is a year of firsts with all this COVID stuff. Could this be our first Super Bowl tie?
I'm going to go no.
Okay, well, there you go. All
and
right.
This year, I mean, does home field advantage really mean that much? They're going to have 22,000 fans there, and they're letting in, 7,500 first responders, police officers, firefighters for free.
I think Robert Kraft's bringing those folks down.
Oh, nice.
That's what I heard.
So will they have much of a rooting interest? I don't know. The Chiefs, there'll be a lot of people from Chiefs Kingdom coming down. Will home field make that much of a difference with only, 35-40% of the stadium full? I don't know. So home field usually does mean 3 points. This year, I don't know if it does. So maybe this Vegas just thinks the Chiefs are 3.5 points better. I'm not sure.
They're very good.
I have no idea. You have to ask one of the sharps.
Well, let's hold the game pick for the end.
Okay, that's fine.
Let's get into some of these prop bets you're talking
Alrighty.
about. So, first half, Kansas City Chiefs, over under 27.5. Right now, what do you got? Second half, Kansas City Chiefs, over under 27.5.
Well, I would lean, and it's Chiefs by 2.5 in the first half, and then by 1.5 right now in the second half. Now, when the game actually gets going, it probably won't be that. It'll be something else. It could be that though. Yeah. I would lean to the Bucks in the first half, getting the 2.5 points, and then I would lean to the under in the first half. I could see maybe a slower start. Maybe the field's gonna be a little damp. It's supposed to rain all day in Tampa. I don't think rain will be that much of a problem at kickoff, but it's supposed to rain all day in Tampa. So I would lean to the under in the first half and the Bucks, and then the second half, probably lean to the over. I'm not going to predict Chiefs by 1.5 in the second half right now because I don't know what the heck's got going on in the game. I would lean to the over in the second half.
All right.
What do you think?
Honestly, I got no idea. This game has got me so.
It's a tough one.
You're looking at two guys that, in the last few years, it's never wise to get a bet against Tom Brady. Ever.
Nope.
Under any event, based on his history. At the same time, the last 3 years, it's been very unwise to bet against Patrick Mahomes and the Chiefs squad. So
you don't make a lot of money betting against either one.
No. So you're going to have to pick one in certain areas this weekend, and I know with my heart who I want to win. At the same time, if the other side of it happens, I'm not going to be terribly disappointed because you're watching history being made. So,
it's hard to root against Andy Reid. He's such a good dude. I mean, last year after the AFC Championship game and the Super Bowl, his winning celebration, I'm going to have a cheeseburger and go to bed.
Yeah.
How do you not love a guy that says he's going to go have a cheeseburger and go to bed? And how do you root against Pat Mahomes? I mean, our third member, Nate Shaughnessy, just pulls off his voice perfectly. Seems like a really good dude, talented as all get out.
Yeah.
It's hard to root against them, but Tom Brady's just awesome. You don't make a lot of money betting against him.
And part of me, and I'm not a Tom Brady fan.
I love Tom Brady. Not a lot of people are. I love him. I think he's just awesome.
His first trip to the Super Bowl came at the expense of one of my teams with the old tuck rule.
Yeah.
I mean, that's, so I've got a lot of history with Tom.
Bad call.
And I agree. I don't disagree. But at the same time, to watch a guy do what he has done, and then I'll go to a different team in his first year there and take him to that goal again, that would be something to witness.
Yeah.
So I want Kansas City to win the game because I love the team. I'm not a fan, but I love the team, and I love what they bring to the table. But seeing Tom do it would not break my heart. Just it's such a unique piece of history.
I agree with that. Seventh piece of jewelry. That's not bad.
Nope.
So jersey number of the first touchdown scorer, over under 24.5, and it's also the same for the last touchdown scorer. So you got to ask yourself, will Tyreek Hill or Mike Evans or Chris Godwin or Scotty Miller or I think Mecole Hardman's also a small jersey number for the Chiefs, will one of them score the first touchdown, or will it be like Leonard Fournette, Gronk, Travis Kelce, Cameron Brate, AB, Clyde Edwards-Helaire, Darrell Williams.
See, I think I'm more
They're kind of sucker
inclined.
bets.
I'm more inclined to go with a lower number scoring the first one.
Yeah.
On some kind of big play, and the last one being a junk touchdown. Maybe that doesn't matter, coming to the fullback or somebody just punching it over the line with a higher number.
Okay.
That would be my,
That's a tough one. I
it
don't know.
could turn around and be a big play at the end of the game to win it from one of, Tyreek Hill.
I would want to be on the side, I think, of Travis Kelce, and he's obviously 87. So I think I'd want to go over 24.5. But if the Bucs start with the ball and they drive down, Mike Evans and Chris Godwin are huge touchdown getters too. So
Yep.
I have no idea about that one.
Don't forget about the speedsters.
Scotty Miller and on the Cheetah. Oh yeah, those are both under. I mean, I'd hate to be against that too. So I think that's one I'd probably leave alone.
Yeah.
Pat Mahomes. So I wrote down 4 props for Mahomes. Over under 325.5 passing yards.
I would say a little under against that defense.
Yeah, that's
that
a
would
good
be my
defense.
lean under on that defense.
You're playing with fire going against Pat Mahomes and passing yards.
Yeah. It's just
70.5 completion percentage. I like that one to go under. That's a lot of. That's a lot against that. 40.5 attempts and 28.5 completions. Seems about right, doesn't it?
Yeah, I could see that being almost on target.
Yeah.
Break even on those, but.
And then we got Tom Brady, 295.5 passing yards. Probably go wow. That seems about right. I don't know if he'll have a 300-yard game or not.
Yeah, and Kansas City's defense does give up a few more passing yards.
Yeah.
So I think that's.
I'd probably lean over.
Would you? You think he's got
It's not much,
300-yard game?
though.
He's got a lot of weapons too.
I know he does.
So that's not unreasonable.
I really like his over 62.5 completion percentage. I really like that to go over.
He's pretty accurate.
Oh, he's extremely accurate. And you literally just said that defense can get beat a little bit in the air.
Yeah.
And if anybody's going to do it, it's Tom and those weapons. So I'd like that to go over. And then his attempts and completions, 39.5 for attempts and 24.5 for completions.
I'd probably go maybe under on the attempts, but over on the completion.
I actually agree with that. I could see the Bucs wanting to run the ball and keep Pat Mahomes keep the Ferrari on the sideline. I think that'd be a very good idea. And then longest completion for Tom. They don't have this for Mahomes, but for Tom, over under 39.5.
I'm going to say under because he's more of a high percentage underneath guy. Let them kind of a yak guy. I'm going to throw it to you on a slant or a short out and then let you pick up some yards from me. So now I know that counts as a completion if they go and break one.
And that'd just be bad
luck. That could very easily happen, but
I'm going to go over. I'm going to go with the no risk it, no biscuit philosophy of Bruce Arians, and I'm going to say it's going to be over. You could be right, though. I mean, my luck, I would bet that, and the longest completion would be 39 exactly.
Well, and the thing is with Tom, though, it's like I said, he could throw it under. That doesn't mean they're not going to break it for a big one with the tools he's got there.
So on DraftKings here, there are a crap ton of props. We could go through them. We could probably take the next 2 hours, and we don't want to do that.
What about the halftime race? Is that on there?
I didn't see nothing, but there'll be more to come out. Today's only Wednesday. This will probably
Do you
drop
think those
Thursday.
two guys are going to sit there and do a stupid race at halftime? I don't see it happening.
Oh, which two guys? What are you talking about?
Tyreek.
No, they'll be in the locker room getting second half adjustments.
Yeah, because Tyreek, I'll race it at halftime. Go, no, you're not going to race it at halftime.
That's not going to happen.
But I'd love to see it.
Yeah, that's not going to happen.
How many cannon shots are you going to have?
None. Dan Patrick's show said this morning is going to be none.
That's why I wondered if you were paying attention to that. No cannon shots for Tampa Bay. They're being.
If you're looking for a good prop for a guy to score a touchdown, Cameron Braid at plus 260. That's a good one. Captain Cool has really liked finding him around the end zone. He really trusts Cameron Braid, so that'd be a good one. Mecole Hardman at plus 220. That'd be some good value for a touchdown for the Chiefs. Mike Evans is plus 110 to score a touchdown, and Chris Godwin is plus 150. So you get money ahead if you pick them to score a touchdown. One I do like, I heard this yesterday. I haven't seen it on DraftKings yet, so you might want to watch for this one. Over under 10.5 penalties. I like under. I think the NFL really tells the officials, like, hey, no one wants to see you dominate the game.
No, if you guys become the story of the game, we got a problem.
Yeah, we've got the Ferrari and we've got the classic Chevelle at quarterback. We want to watch those two go at it. We do not want to see the field littered with flags. So they might let Tristan Wirfs get away with a little bit of a hold here and there.
I'd like to see that in more games. To be honest with you,
I would too.
When I start noticing officials, I'm not having a good game.
Let's Anything else as I go through? We'll try and wrap this up here real quick.
Any other hot ones? Otherwise, we're going to get to the game.
Yeah, I could go through this all day. Any Bucks player to rush for at least 100 yards? No is minus 400, but I kind of like it. Yeah, I could go through these all day, so we better not. So those are some picks that we like. And then, Randy, what do you think for the game?
Okay. All right. One before we get to the game.
Sure.
MVP. Who's your MVP if you were placing money on it? Now, I saw the list, and Antonio Brown was at the bottom of the list.
Yeah, I remember you saying that.
Put a few safe bucks on that one, because he could go off and have a huge game
sure.
if he plays. And if he doesn't, maybe you're not out a ton if you don't bet a lot on it. But
you know it's going to be one of the quarterbacks.
You would think.
You know it's going to be one of the quarterbacks.
I mean, 90% of the time, that seems to be the way it flows.
And I didn't even look at that to see what their odds were or whatnot. I'm sure it's on there somewhere.
I'm sure it's
on
probably the top
DraftKings.
two.
Yeah, of course. I don't know if it was even money or negative money. I'm not sure, but I would take the quarterbacks. And if it's someone else, tip your cap. But I would take the quarterbacks.
Yeah. So who are you putting your money behind if you're not going to call it a tie like me?
Well, that would be some really good odds. So if the game ends 27.5 to 27.5, man, you'd win a lot of money.
Yeah.
Or 28 to 28.
So
but
figure out why they split that 1
not
point.
possible.
Yeah.
I would take the Bucks getting the 3.5 points. I think I like getting that extra half point. I think this will be a really close game. Both teams have really good weapons and obviously Hall of Fame quarterbacks. Both teams are really well coached. One thing that concerns me about the Chiefs is both their starting tackles are out for this game. Eric Fisher going down in the AFC Championship game, and then Mitchell Schwartz, their other tackle, going down the game before that. And if you look at that Bucks defense, and if you watch the NFC Championship game, they got some hunters.
It's ferocious line.
They've got some headhunters at defensive end and defensive tackle that can really get after the quarterback. Now, Pat Mahomes is elusive as it gets, and he can get out of the pocket and he can make things happen with his legs like no one else.
That could backfire against Tampa Bay, because if you force him out and he has to start running the ball, that could be bad.
Well, you generally want a quarterback to be on the run and throwing, because he typically loses accuracy. Now, Pat Mahomes doesn't lose much because he's just awesome, but usually that's what you want. And if they can get home a few times, that would be huge for the Bucks. So I will take the Bucks getting the 3.5 points. If you're able to buy it,
it'll be a field goal game potentially.
I think so. Would not shock me if the Bucks won the game. I would not be shocked at all to see Tom Brady hoist his 7th Lombardi. And if you can buy up to 4 points, do it. I was always a favor of buying a point or buying a half a point or so. Then over under 56, a lot of sharps kind of like the under 56. Probably agree, but man, I think 56 is about right. I could see easily as being a 28-27 is obviously
well, could be a 30-28 game. I mean, 30-28 game's not out of reach, and that's
no. So I think 56 is about right. Probably lean to the under, but pretty slight.
I'd lean to the over a little bit, just with these two offenses.
Well, what's your pick, Mr. Randy?
I'm gonna go Kansas City on this.
I already owe you a nice
tea. Give it up to 3.5 because I think I just think they have too many weapons. Tampa Bay's got a great defense. They're hard. It's hard to stop all of that going on. And Andy Reid, much like Belichick, is a brilliant coach.
Especially off the
Nothing
bye.
against Bruce Arians. Bruce Arians, you gotta love the hat. And he's about as good a dude, I think, as Andy Reid.
Definitely.
So, but I think Kansas City. I want to see a back-to-back. If Brady gets his 7th, tip of the hat to him, and I'll sit there and smile with a lot of other people who go, "This guy's ruined my life more times than I can imagine." But kudos to you, GOAT. So GOAT versus Baby GOAT, Yoda versus Baby Yoda, whatever you want to call it.
So you're taking the Chiefs laying the 3.5, and I'm taking the Bucks getting the 3.5. So I already owe you an iced tea, which I'm pretty bad at. I'm pretty bad at getting you that iced tea. So double or nothing?
Double or nothing, I guess. You may get out of this yet. so I'll give you one more chance to get out of it. So, all right, buddy.
So real quick, I know this is a gambling show, but we won't take much time on this. Carter Petzenhauser, congrats on your 1,000th point, and then I know you want to wish the district wrestlers good luck.
Yeah, hey, good luck at wrestling districts, guys. 6 champions, 6 Lakes
cool.
Conference championships, runner-up, several runners-up, and
I'll go do it at Fort
third
Dodge.
place. So now they got to take it to Fort Dodge, and hopefully we talk about state. And I don't think the Tiger boys basketball team is not looking that way either. I saw their district to get out of here. They may go state run
the girls
too.
too. The girls have had a good season. So good luck to the winter athletes.
Yeah, and the swimmers.
Yes.
Yeah, stay in there. So thank you, Tigers. Thanks for watching this year on TJ's Top 5 during the of course, the podcast, and you're now here with the videos. And, of course, thanks to Justin, who handles all of the behind-the-scenes stuff, and this is kind of his brainchild, the baby, anyway. So either thank him or blame him, depending on how you feel about it. So, TJ, I'm looking forward to drinking some more iced tea, baby. I'm getting really, really thirsty.
You might be buying it yourself.
Well, we'll see. Well, if that has to happen, I guess it does. Thanks to everybody for watching here on TJ's Top 5.